Alrighty, guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Season 4, Episode 18 of My Hero Academia. So, as you guys may know, if you watch my channels, or watch my videos as they release, this one is coming out later than I normally release. I was sick for a good chunk of time. I've been better for a couple days now, but I've still been, kind of like better but recovering, still feeling a little weird every now and then and stuff like that. So I decided to put off recording until today. It is currently Monday now, and so I missed, pretty much a full week of reactions from Wednesday to, because I basically, for me personally, I record on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and basically Wednesday was right on the day that I got sick, so I missed all of those reactions. It was pretty bad, but I am better now, which is good, and things are fine, and I am here for this video. Yeah, so this is kind of me testing the waters, jumping back into it. Like I said, it is Monday, so technically this video should come out Tuesday, unless I decide that I want to edit it tomorrow instead. It's kind of late right now. I might do that, but we'll see how I feel after I'm done recording this one. So anyways, guys, sorry for all that. Let's just talk about last episode and jump into what's happening this time. So last episode, we had a very interesting episode. The first half was very good, with some confrontation between Shoto and Endeavor. Endeavor was kind of like seeming like he's trying to change his ways a bit and trying to, find his own path and everything, which is pretty cool. We had them pass that part of the exam. I don't think they've fully passed yet, but they at least passed for that day. They had that test for taking care of the kids, and it seems like they did a good job there. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see them actually finish their provisional licenses really soon, or maybe they did and I'm forgetting or something. But then we had the second half of the episode, which was the weird cheese bit with Aoyama. I guess it's a little bit of character development with him, just a character noticing that Midoriya is not himself since the work study thing, trying to cheer him up essentially. So that was very weird, but cool. So yeah, there is one quick thing. Sorry, I know this is a long intro, but something I've been thinking about for the past couple days. I was rewatching some of the older stuff while I was sick and just laying there in bed, and I remembered that we never got Bakugo's hero name, and I'm wondering if that's something he's going to reveal once he gets his provisional license, as kind of like a redemption arc for him that he's been on this whole time, going from this, angry yelling character that, is sometimes over the top, which he still is, but he's a lot more considerate than he used to be, and maybe we'll actually get his hero name once that journey is complete for him. But either way, I'm really wondering when we're going to know his hero name. But okay, sorry for that. I just wanted to throw that out there while I'm at it. But okay, so let's jump into the episode before I talk too much. Alrighty, full length. We are going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Whoa, we haven't seen this in a while. Whoa! I think we saw this at the start of Season 4, but it feels like it's been a while. Because I remember, they've changed it up since Season 1. Yeah. Ah. In order to become the greatest hero. My Hero Academia. And the opening. Do 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 do. I'm so curious what's gonna happen now. Like, it's kind of fun, like, because obviously the other, when you have, like, an arc going with the whole, like, save Eri thing, we know, like, okay, the next episode's probably gonna be another fight, but with what characters, you know, how that fight is gonna go. But this is kind of like anything could happen. Like, they could do the stuff in the opening, they could do more provisional license stuff, they could just do more, like, goofy training school stuff like they've kind of been doing and stuff. It's like, who knows? You guys know what's happening this episode anyway, but you don't know what's happening next episode. Unless you read the manga. And then you might know, but sometimes they change it up. Ah. Do 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 do. Mina! I forgot your name a few episodes ago, I'm sorry. She's dancing. Alright, breakdancing! Pow pow pow! What is going on? God damn it. Analyzing even the dancing. Yep. Aoyama. Mina. Okay. We're dancing. Oh my god. Oh, they're talking about the music, the opening stuff, come on! She's so embarrassed. Hmm. Jeez. School festival! Yes! The school festival! The school festival! Yeah! Schooling. What? Hmm. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. For Kanazawa wise, he's just like about to go to sleep. They may have to make a decision. Nice, Ida. Yeah. Oh my god. Maid cafe. Oh my god. This is what I imagine in more detail. And if I had my own desires, oh my god. What? Alright. He's about to say boob something. I don't know what it was gonna be, though. Ah. An unexpected fight to the death. Uh, Denki is keeping an eye on Jiro because he knows that she likes music and that's not something she brought up. Ida! Oh no. Ida can't quiet him down! What'll he do? Oh. That was a very illogical meeting. Alright. Oh no. That's just studying. Alright. Ah, that's actually very cool. Yeah. Hmm. I really like that Ida brought that up, though. I mean, they brought it up before in a way, but I liked how Ida brought it up as like something that they should do. You know. Todoroki, interesting. A concert. Yes. Did you turn into one of those party people? What? What an image. Uh oh. Ah. That's fine. That's okay. You don't have to boast about it. You can just do it. Ah. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, you can do it, Jiro. Ah. Yeah. Play next video. Whoa. Why is that so ominously strange? What was that? Is that some kind of Easter egg to like an anime reference I don't get, or is that like something ominous? Eri! Oh yeah. Eri wanted to see him. Oh. 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 That's like both sad and I guess kind of good though. Oh. Ah. So wholesome. Ah. Oh no, she doesn't know. Uh, no, it's not your fault. Yeah. Ah. Oh, that's so sad. She's trying. That's so depressing. Man. God damn it. Hmm. Is he gonna bring her to this event? Yeah. Ah, that'd be so cool. Yes, yes, say yes. Like how the light bulb broke. What is up with his eye? What? Ah. Ah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, what are you saying, Mirio? Fucking weirdo. Another video has been uploaded. Wait, whoa. Oh shit. Is that what that next play video earlier was? Whoa. Music reminds me of some kind of like Joker character coming in or something. Who is this man? That's very specific. Jeez. How come he has so much money in that register? Convenience store shouldn't have that much. Oh, jeez. Wait, who was just talking to him? La Brava. A bunch came. Cut this part. What? Whoa. I'm paying the appearance fee. What is up with this guy? Money is not my goal. Huh. Gentle. Gentle criminal. What? What the heck? Oh, we're getting outside of the video. What the heck? She's like from the wrong show. Interesting. Oh no. Why is it showing them while saying that? What a quirky character! Alright. Interesting. Ah, this was a good episode. I can feel it. I liked it. I like what's coming too. I'm excited. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Man. Alright, just about at the end here. Alrighty, guys, so that is the end of episode 18. Oh, that was a good one. I liked it a lot. It was definitely more, we've been on, like, the first half of the show was, like, that real dark, like, the whole airy bits were, like, very sad and depressing, and there was a little bit of that this episode, but they kind of turned it around. But I guess to start from the beginning, we had the breakdancing was like one of the first things, right? We had Mina, who loves to dance, which I really do love. Something about this show that other shows do this, but not as much. Whenever My Hero shows something like quirky and silly and fun, it usually comes back to mean something later, or at least just to be utilized more later, which is something really cool because, there's some shows that will do, like, filler episodes, and what happens in those filler episodes will never be talked about again. But, like, we had Kirishima's backstory where, he was kind of first seeing Mina, and she saw, like, those people bullying that kid, and then she went up to them. They all started dancing together, and now it comes back that she enjoys dancing, and that was just, like, a small quirk of Mina's that we saw in Kirishima's backstory episode, and now suddenly it's, like, it's a whole thing that she's doing, which is kind of cool. And they also did it, even though it was just last episode, the cheese thing came back with the surprise that helped Midoriya come up with, this idea. And then same with Jiro's love for music and her room in her dorm, which we saw last season. That came back as well, which, it's just really cool how they tie in all these little things, and it makes the show feel so, like, connected, and it feels like these characters are, I'm really with these characters and everything, and I love it. But yeah, so they're going to be doing this school festival, which is really cool. So what we saw in the opening is happening. It wasn't just like a fun little opening sketch they decided to do, which I kind of figured it was something they were going to do, because usually the events that transpire in the opening do end up happening in the show at some point, but at least, like, majority of it. Obviously not to the very specifics, but anyways. But that's pretty cool. So they had to pick what they were gonna do, which, this is kind of a traditional thing. I see this in a lot of, like, it's in a lot of slice of life anime. I know that, where the kids, that are just going to school will do these festivals where each, like, different class has a different, like, theme that they go with. Some In other animes, I've seen people doing like they said some of the stuff in here, like maid cafes, or like they'll do like haunted houses where they'll like decorate the classroom and send people through, and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And and I really like that Aizawa mentions that the hero course kids kind of put a lot more pressure on the rest of the courses that go on, like support and business and general studies. And I really like the emphasis on the fact that the heroes kind of make things a little more trouble, which I mean they do. Look at all the trouble that the heroes have gotten in, which has put a lot of attention on UA, which has given it a lot of like negative feedback over time and everything. And everyone's so focused on them, it feels like they're taking away a little bit of the high school experience maybe from these other courses. um so I really like that Aizawa mentioned it, but didn't say like you guys should do something about it, right? He just mentioned it, and then Ida comes in and says, I think we should do something that won't just be fun for us, but can be really fun for everybody, every class involved. And I didn't really understand their whole logic of why they're talking about doing some like lunch rush or something, and they said they couldn't do that because it would only be like good for them and not for everyone else. I'm not entirely sure how all that works. I think it a little bit went over my head, and I apologize for that. But for whatever reason, they decided they couldn't do that, and they ended up going with this idea of putting on a live performance, like a concert with, I'm sure some people will be playing instruments, some people will just be dancing and stuff like that. And I think that's really cool. Maybe some of the kids won't even be on stage. Maybe they'll need them for like, managing the lights or something. Backstage stuff that has to go on. I don't know, but I really think that's a cool idea that Ida just came out and said, like, and I hope it's going to be cool to see some of our characters, like Hatsumeme, and Shino, is that his name? The mind control guy from the sports festival. Some of the characters like that we've seen in some of the other classes that aren't just the hero course. It'll be cool to see some of them, and maybe see some of like just crowds of people but just enjoying what they're doing and stuff like that, and kind of raising the morale for all the classes, and kind of like a big repayment. I think that's going to be really cool. And on top of that, I'm just really looking forward to seeing all these different kids dancing and playing music and all that stuff. I think that could be really cool and fun. So but yeah, and then we jumped over to Eri, which was really cool to see her this episode. It seems like she's doing good-ish. It was very sad this episode where they're saying that she should just smile, and she does, this whole almost like an All Might thing where like she tried to force a smile, by pushing her cheeks up, and she's just like, how do I smile again? And it's so sad because smiling is such like a basic thing, and I don't think she was trying to be so deep that she's like, I'm so hurt I forgot how to smile. But she's had a rough life for her whole life, and it's very possible that she hasn't smiled in like, as far back as she can remember. I mean, obviously babies smile and stuff like that, so I'm not gonna say that she's never smiled, but it's probably been so long that she's been able to like just muster up a smile that she is just, it's just so foreign to her. And in the concept of seeing such a young kid like this in that kind of condition where she just has had so much happen to her that she, forgets this, not really forgets, but she can't like muster a smile. She just can't bring herself to do it. It's so sad. Like my eyes started watering a little bit. I thought, like, if that scene went on any more sad than it was, I might have lost it, because I don't know. I'm not a big kid person. Like, I don't really want kids, honestly. I help raise my nephew for most of my life. He's like 10 or 11 now, and I kind of feel like I've had my fill, even though I haven't taken care of him, full time this whole time, but I have like done a lot to help out with him, and like I'm not a big kid person, but at the same time, when I see kids like going through shit like that, and having a hard time, and people not treating them well and everything, it's always just so rough, because there's like nothing they can do, right? Like, when you're an adult and you put yourself in crappy situations, I have more of a hard time feeling bad for someone like that, like like I don't want to belittle anyone's situations, but the first thing that comes to mind is like abusive relationships, where the person stays with the people for like years and years and years and years, and they're like, I just couldn't bring myself to leave, and I'm like, well, you're an adult, you could have left. I don't. I feel bad for them, but not as much as a kid, because a kid can't just be like, all right, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna go work and get a house here. She can't just leave. Like, it's so sad, like, just thinking about how people can put kids through this kind of stuff. Kids and animals. I can't handle it. I hate it. But I'm glad that Midoriya was able to brighten up the situation a bit by coming up with this idea based off, like I mentioned before, Aoyama's surprise thing. He's like, what can we do? And then we're like, oh, we have this festival coming up, and goes up to Aizawa and asks permission first before he mentions it, which is really cool, because if Aizawa said no, then at least Midoriya didn't really get her hopes up first, so that's nice. But I love how Aizawa is very strict and very serious a lot of the times, but I like how you can just tell, like, even with his simple reaction of like, oh, this episode when Midoriya brought it up, you can tell he's like, I like this idea, like, I like how genuinely caring he is, even though he's very, like, serious and everything as well. So, um, and just seeing Eri get excited about the idea of this festival, and she was saying she liked apples earlier in the episode, and Mirio's like, oh, we can have, uh, candy apples might be there and stuff like that. She's like, candy apples? What are those? Sad that she doesn't even know what a candy apple is. Because once again, that probably just shows that she's probably never been to like a festival kind of thing like this, and stuff like that. But he's like, oh, it's when they make the apples even sweeter, and she started picturing all these little like desserts and stuff in her head. Her mouth starts watering, and that was like, she didn't smile, but that was as close to like happy that we've seen her, I think, this whole time, and I absolutely love it. Oh man, I honestly can't wait to see this festival. I can't wait to see Eri having fun. I want her to smile. Oh man, but this was a good episode. I absolutely love like what happened here in this one, and then the ending, I don't really know about, like. So this guy, Gentle Criminal, he has this girl, La Brava, who looks like she's from the wrong show, helping him out. And he records these videos, and from the cops' perspective, it seems to be that they've been, being put up, taken down, and stuff like that. And he's claiming he's trying to become famous. And he seems very, like, smooth, right? Like, he seems like he doesn't lose his composure, and I think that's why he wanted the video cut. For whatever he did to take down those heroes, he didn't want people to see him when he's lost his composure and stuff like that. And, excuse me, sorry. It's very interesting. So, he wants to become world famous and stuff like that. He even left the money after what he did which is interesting. So he is just in it for fame for now. But I wonder what his like, if he has some true underlying like goals, or is he just like, someone that likes to cause chaos just to cause chaos, Um but I mean, like, once he's world famous, once everyone knows about him, then what? What does he want to do with the fame? Essentially, is what I'm wondering. But I'm also wondering what his quirk is. It seemed like in the after shot immediately after he defeated all those villains, the building was like wibbly wobbly, and I don't know, like, is that the effect of his quirk in action or something like that? I don't know. I kind of want to go back to that scene real fast. Yeah, let's see. So I'm at the end when I cut. Yeah, gentle, so strong. There's like a little purple glow like emanating around, and the building is like jelly almost. I don't think there's anything else to notice. I'm pretty sure there's cans of Monster on the ground because they're cans with like the big cans, like Monster cans with M's on them. Yeah, and then forgot the money, and he says paying the appearance fee. So I wonder if he does have like a jellification power or something, like if he's able to make your, imagine if he can make your bones like jelly, almost like Harry Potter with when they removed all the bones from Harry's arm and it was just like wobbling everywhere. Like I wonder if he could like do that to people and make them like, just unable to walk and support themselves and stuff and all that. But we didn't really see any of the people on the ground doing that. We only saw the building, so I don't know. That's just like, that was my first and only thought for now. I'm sure with My Hero it's going to be something more complex than what I just said, and it's going to be something really interesting, but whatever he is, he was able to take down, all those heroes. They brought a bunch of them, and this guy was able to just roll over them, so... and he talked about, like, some of his, other plans. I guess he did have other plans other than becoming famous, because he was, like, ominously talking about, some other plans he has while it was panning over Eri, Mirio, and Midoriya. So I'm wondering if this guy is gonna be like an end of season, like, quick one-off baddie that will be like antagonistic to the school festival, and that'll be it. Or are they prepping a villain for next season to be like a big focus, kind of like, towards the end of last season they introduced Overhaul. I wonder if that's going to be the goal with this guy, or is this just going to be like an end of season, like kind of like goofy one-off kind of thing. But I also wonder what the quirk of La Brava is, because she seems like I said, she seems like she has a quirk that makes her from a different anime, right? She reminds me of like a Powerpuff Girl kind of thing, or like like just the artwork of like a completely different anime, which is like kind of funny because just because it feels like a little off, it could easily just be a quirk thing. Like that's as easy as that to play off what it is. But I don't know. I'm really looking forward to learn more about them. I'm always really interested in My Hero's character designs and stuff like that. They're always like pretty interesting and well thought out and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to the festival. I want to see Eri smile, and I want to see Jiro come up with some good music for people to play and everything, and for her to play as well and all that. So I'm really looking forward to what the rest of the season has to offer. But I think that pretty much sums up everything I gotta say for this one, though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button. If you did, go into the description. Check out my Patreon links and all that stuff. And I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.